In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest way to play arpeggios on the guitar. Here it goes. Hey guitarists, this is Mike from Guitar Essentials, and I feel that the easiest way to learn arpeggios on the guitar is to concentrate on 2-string arpeggios as opposed to doing 5 or 6-string arpeggios, learning a major arpeggio for the first time, where we learn to sweep. That's fine if you want to learn that, but why not start with the smaller building blocks and just start on 2 strings? So we're going to get started with D major arpeggios, and then we're going to go into D minor arpeggios, and then we're going to go into playing them in A. And if you stay for the rest of the video, I'm going to put them into context in a chord progression utilizing the major and minor arpeggios. So for this lesson, we're going to do 2-string arpeggios on the 2nd and 1st string, or the B and E string. We're going to start with a D major arpeggio, and we're going to play our D note on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, followed by the F sharp note, which is 2nd fret, 1st string, and then the A note, which is 5th fret on the 1st string. All right, so that's your triad. Root, D, 3rd, F sharp, and then the 5th, which is A. Now you can pick every note, or you can hammer on the F sharp to A. So that is the first one to start with, and then we're going to do all the inversions up the neck. There's 2 more. First inversion, where the 3rd is in the bass, which is F sharp, and then we're going to do 2nd inversion, where the 5th is in the bass, and that's A. Now, what I do want to say about this, that's one way to play it. Pick every note, hammer on the 1st string, and then different combinations. You could do backwards. You could do a pull-off. You could do forward and backward. That has a hammer on and a pull-off on the 1st string. And just remember, you can pick every note as well. So you can use many different articulations. You could pick every note, you could add the slurs, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. Another one I like to do is pull-off. So you're playing 4 notes. So you can experiment with that, find ones you like, and then go from there. I also do want to mention, like, a lot of these type of arpeggios are found in tons of different solos. So for instance, the end of the Hotel California solo uses this. Sultan's a swing guitar solo. Another one of my favorite guitarists is Randy Rhoads. He played it on the Mr. Crowley outro solo, but you'll find these in many solos. And towards the end of the video, like I said, we'll have a chord progression, so you can eventually play all these arpeggios on any chord progression you know that has major and minor chords. Okay, so we have the root position. Next, let's go to 2nd inversion. So our 2nd finger is on the 2nd string, 7th fret. 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 1st string. And then our pinky goes all the way up to the 10th fret on the 1st string. And you can hammer that. If you can't stretch that far, you can kind of just hammer your finger into it and lift your 1st. And then the next one, 2nd inversion, is 10th position. You bar, so you go from the 10th fret on the 2nd string to 10th fret on the 1st string. So you may want to roll your finger like this so that you don't get the bleed. It's kind of like a rocking motion, so you could mess with that. And then you hit the 14th fret on the first string. All right, and then you can go up an octave and do that first one, but now in the 14th position. And then we run out of room, we run out of frets. So you can play the whole sequence like this. I'll do each one 4 times. Etc. So now what we're going to do is learn the minor arpeggio. Now the major is made up of the root, the third, and the fifth. D, F sharp, and A. A minor arpeggio is made up of root, flat third, and fifth. So we're going to take the D. We had F sharp, we're going to flat it. So flatting it is lowering it by a half step. So the F sharp becomes F. So now it's D, F, A. The next inversion is F, A, D. So it's second finger on the 6th fret, second string, first finger on the 5th fret, first string, fourth finger on the 10th fret of the first string. And then second inversion, we do 10, 10, 13. 10 on the second and first string, and then we put our fourth finger on the 13th fret of the first string. And then again, you can go up and start it over past the 12th fret. So in sequence, I'll play each one 4 times. Okay, now in this next section, we're going to do the same arpeggios, a major and a minor, for a different chord. We're going to do an A major one and then an A minor. So we're going to follow the same exact pattern. So if we're doing A major root position, we're going to do it in the 9th position. Our second finger is going to start on the 10th fret, second string. Then our first finger is going to go to the 9th fret, first string. And then our pinky is going to go to the 12th fret on the first string. So it's the same thing as that D major, but just moved up. And then we're going to go through the other inversions. So second inversion, we're at the 14th fret, second string, second finger. Then first finger goes to the 12th fret, first string. And then the fourth finger goes to the 17th fret on that first string. And then second inversion, we're barring the 17th fret, second string to first string. And then our pinky goes to the 21st fret. Now, it's important to know, like, this one can come down an octave. You can choose to play it down here. That first inversion one could be played down here too, but now you have an open string. It gets a little more confusing, but it's 2, open, 5. So let me play those 3 in sequence, starting in the 9th position. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to play the minor version. So A, C sharp, E is the root, third, and fifth of the A major triad. A, C, E is the minor, so we flat the third. So we have 10th fret second string, then we have 8th fret first string, and then 12th fret first string with the pinky. First inversion, we go second finger, 13th fret, second string. First finger on 12th fret, first string. And then fourth finger on 17th fret, first string. And then the last one, second inversion, is 17th fret on second and first string. And you roll that finger again, just as a reminder when you're playing with distortion. And then your fourth finger goes on the 20th fret of the first string. That's the end of the Stairway to Heaven solo. And now I'll play all three of those in sequence. Okay, so now we're going to play a chord progression in A major. Number-wise, it's your 1 chord, which is A, down to your 6 chord, F sharp minor, then a D chord, which is your 4 chord, and then an E chord, which is the 5th. So that's the chord progression. Now, the first way you could do this, but I'm not going to concentrate on this way, I'm going to put all these 2-string arpeggios later on in the video so that your hand moves the least amount possible. But the first way, when I was learning these 2-string arpeggios, I would do them all root position. So A would be here, as we discussed. And then I would play F sharp minor, find the F sharp note on the second string, that's the 7th fret. And then on the first string, it's 5, 9. And then I'll go down to the D, the first one we started with in this video. And then just move up 2 frets to E. So in sequence, it's like this. Let's play it slow. Now you can choose to play them as many times. I just played each one twice. You can also make it interesting by varying your patterns. Let's reverse that. I'll do it 4 times with a reversed arpeggio. Try another pattern, 4 notes. Sped up. Try it with that reversed 3 notes. All right, and then you can practice your inversions. So for instance, if I do A, and I won't go into this so specifically, but and then you could do it with second inversion. All right, now I want to take this progression, but mix up our root position and inversion so our hand doesn't move very far. When we were doing it previous, we had to move our hand all around the fretboard. And you may desire that sound or just being able to keep the same shape, whether major and minor, and moving it around. That may be easier for you. You could experiment with that. but this will keep it all in a position. So we'll start the same way with A in the 9th position. Now, the only change to go to F sharp minor is the first two notes are the same, the 10th and 9th fret, but then we put our pinky on the 14th fret of the first string. Now, the D major chord, we're going to bar the 10th fret on the 2nd and 1st string, and remember to do that roll, and then hit that 14th fret as well. Now, of course, we could just bring that up 2 frets, but what we're going to do is to keep it similar to the position we're in. So our second finger is going to go to the 9th fret of the 2nd string, first finger to the 7th fret of the 1st string, and then pinky is going to go to the 12th fret of the 1st string. So the whole thing slow, each one 4 times. A, F sharp minor, D, and E. And then, of course, try different variations. All right, now the next one, we'll go to the next position of the A triad. So we're going to go to 14th fret, 2nd finger, 2nd string. First finger on 12th fret, 1st string. And then our 4th finger on 17th fret of that string. So that's our first A triad. Then we bar the 14th fret and hit the 2nd and 1st string. Same A note, the 17th fret. Then our D lies right there. 2nd finger on 15th fret, 2nd string. 14th fret, 17th fret. Now, of course, we can go up 2 frets for the E, but for this exercise, we're choosing to go downward. We're going to bar the 12th fret and then hit 16. So here's that whole sequence slow. I'll play it a little faster, 4 times for each one. Now experiment, change up the pattern. So for instance, I'll do this one. So the last one I'm going to show you, we're going to do in 5th position. We're going to bar the 5th fret, and then our 4th finger is going to go to the 9th fret on the 1st string. Now we do the F sharp minor by putting our 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. Everything else is the same. Then to go to D major, these two are the same, 2 and 1, but then we put our pinky on the 10th fret of the 1st string. And then we're going to drop down 2nd finger, 5th fret, 2nd string. 1st finger, 4th fret, 1st string to the 7th fret. So slow and in sequence. let's try a new pattern we haven't discussed. Let's go. All right, and then as you develop as a guitarist, then you would want to learn 3-string arpeggios. And we could follow the same model: 4-string arpeggios, 5-string arpeggios, 6-string arpeggios. So there's a ton of stuff you can practice when you start adding more strings and understanding the fretboard more. But I really think it's good to dive in and get these 2-string arpeggios down before you get too concerned with all the bigger arpeggios that expand on different strings, and then you get sweep picking if that's something you want to do. Hope you got a lot of value out of this lesson. If you did, please hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Also, if you want free charts of scales, chords, and exercises, check out the link down below in the description. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next lesson.